Hey guys, Turmoil Cat here today, and I want to cover the new 2-week rule set, and this is a 2-week that will be starting on Friday the 14th, so I say the 15th New Zealand time, and it is not voided. You can use your MTX. Yes. What they've basically done is they've taken the Mayhem structure and just shuffled it around a bit. We have access to a lot more different kinds of mods, but there are less of them in each zone. So previously in Mayhem, where we had 20 strongboxes, for example, we now only have 5. The reason why they've limited it to 5, as Bex has stated, is so they could make it a non-voided event. So the decision of 5 was about striking a balance between how generous we can make it without voiding it. So more variation, slightly less rewarding, but you get MTX. Overall, I think that's worth it, in my opinion. So what exactly will be appearing in each zone, rotating every hour, much like Mayhem? So, Rogue Exiles, Tormented Spirits, Invaders, Strongboxes, Breaches, Horrendous, Beyond, Nemesis, Bloodlines. That's 9. Now, there are a few things to break down on this. For the Invaders, they have disabled the Reflect Porcupine, which was PKing a lot of people, so I'm very glad to see that they've disabled that. Horrendous will have a 33% chance to spawn Kadiro when it's active, meaning people are going to be farming the hell out of Kadiro at the start to try and like choose tabulas or whatever. Really look out for that one. That would be particularly good, especially for the SSF players. And when Beyond is active, it'll be a 20% chance to spawn Beyond Demons. Otherwise, it's all pretty straightforward. It'll just be 5 of the thing. Oh, and Bloodlines is 6 additional monster packs. Not sure why Bloodlines 6 rather than 5, but overall, I'm very happy with the ones they've selected. Slightly disappointed to see Tormented Spirits. Tormented Spirits was incredibly rippy. On Mayhem, it was one of those things you mostly ignored it and got frustrated by the Spirit AI. But occasionally when they all possessed one like named mob, it would just PK you out of nowhere. With it being only 5 Tormented Spirits, you'll still get the occasional PKs happening, especially like Tora zones, etc. But Tormented Spirits is just such a janky mechanic. I'm not too much of a fan of it, but oh well. Once again, it will be softcore, hardcore, and hardcore SSF. Sadly, GGG are limited into only being able to run 3 events currently, so we will not have a softcore SSF, but oh well. The prizes, I'll link this down below so you can read them all, and the top of each ascendancy will be receiving an alternate art Demigod's Dominance. That was a mouthful. And yes, a few things just to kind of cover and break down from this. I'm slightly disappointed to see that they've stuck with the top of each ascendancy class. I much prefer it when it's opened up to the would-be competitive player. The guy who wants to be competitive is fairly competitive but just doesn't have the raw time to dedicate. In the past, they've done top 20, top 10 of each ascendancy. I myself got a demigod on Elementalist. I know Ziggy got one on Slayer. Nothing against me or Ziggy, we're people who play a lot, but we're not the best players in the world. We're definitely not Steel, we're definitely not Ziz. So for us to be able to compete, you know, it's kind of nice, and for people who are just good at the game and or play a lot or have one of those 2 factors in there, you know, it's nice having a little bit of extra competitive incentive, I think is kind of the wording for it. The other kind of important thing, and I need to work this out with the rest of the Baeclast guys, is the timing. The timing is actually really awkward for Baeclast. I was very worried about this happening. So the event will be starting on Friday the 14th. We're meant to be doing a Baeclast on the Saturday the 15th. Now, I can guarantee that Rise will be pushing really hard, so Rise won't really be available that Saturday. Ziggy will most likely want to stream the start. I'm going to want to stream the start, so we all need to talk and work out what the plan is. I haven't spoken with the others yet, since it only just got announced, but I'll let you guys know via both the YouTube and Twitter and the stream about Baeclast updates. If stuff has to get shuffled around a bit, that's most likely what will happen, but don't be too surprised. I know we're not the only ones struggling with this. I know both Noogie and Moors have been struggling with Coffee Talk. It keeps lining up with events. It's the issue with running a podcast is that you need to get all of these people to be available at this one specific time. So you pick the weekend because some people have these things called jobs, and then GGG want to release all of their stuff on the weekend because some people have jobs. We're much more likely to run into these kinds of like scheduling mishaps during the event season. Once the new leagues actually start up again, we only really need to worry about this at the start of the league, which is once every 3 months. So bear with us in this kind of awkward pre 3.0 stage. I'll let you know once I know what's going on. Otherwise, as for what kind of builds I think I might be playing, what game mode I think I'll be playing, I'm not sure if I want to play SSF or not. In Mayhem, I didn't play SSF, I just played regular hardcore. I had a lot of fun pushing at the start with my friend Kane, but then my schedule fell out of the loop since I was quite unwell. We had unfortunate rips at different times, and I mostly ended up just playing solo anyway. And yeah, I don't know. It's always awkward. I really do enjoy the hardcore aspects, and I do enjoy being able to trade with others, and I really do like having that group push at the start. Pushing at the start of a race with friends is some of the most fun you'll ever have in Path of Exile. I'll speak to Kay and I'll sort of see what I'm feeling about, and I'll let you know. As for builds, again, that will slightly depend on if I go hardcore or SSF, but I've been playing a lot of just silly things recently on the beta, and I kind of want to play just a generic, goodish kind of build, so probably expect some kind of gotta go fast attack-based shenanigans. Depending on where I go, I'll probably go with something like Gladiator, Sunder, insert Elemental Raider build, potentially my Haradavesh character, and there's always good old Explosive Arrow, which still looks pretty terrible in the 3.0 beta. So again, guys, if you've got dot builds that you enjoy, get the most out of them because they're still not looking that great. But yes, I'm Tarke. I'll let you know what is happening with Baeclast when I know. Have a good day. Bye-bye.